What's up, guys? JT Anime and Nerd here, bringing you all that nerdy goodness. Today is a special day because this is the first episode of my anime crossover fanfiction, Dragon King, for my segment, Fanfiction. If you want a detailed summary about this series as well as some context, then I'll leave a link to my Dragon King explained video down in the description below, as I feel I go into everything you need to know about this series in that video. With all that said and done, I hope you all enjoy this fan fiction. If you like it, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and put down in the comment section below on what you got all thought of this first episode. With all that said and done, I'm JT Anime, and I'll check you guys later. Episode 1: The Dragon King Appears. On a tournament ring at Papaya Island, two martial artists named Bayek Dusan, a taekwondo master, and Fei Long, a superstar actor, charged at each other. After dodging Fei's punch, Bayek grabs Fei's left arm and then flips backwards, kicking the right side of Fei's chest the moment his back hits the ground, cracking the arena tile. Bayek then chokes Fei, and then Fei grabs Bayek's arms and struggles to get out of the chokehold. Fei then stomps both tips of his feet into the arena ground, breaking more arena tiles. Fei then attempts to stand up, using the tips of his feet alone. The moment he gets himself back up, Fei then puts his arms through the hole of Bayek's arms that he's using to choke Fei. Fei then separates his arms, breaking the chokehold. Fei then elbows Bayek's stomach with his right elbow, knocking him off his body. The force was so strong that Bayek spits up in pain. Bayek lands on the ground, and Fei Long turns and jumps backwards to give distance between him and Bayek. Bayek gets back up in pain and takes his fighting stance. Fei Long then charges at Bayek, and then Bayek prepares to use his last resort kick. However, Fei Long jumps high in the air, catching Bayek off guard, and kicks Bayek's right leg in midair as he falls down. Fei Long then uses his Gikirenkin technique on Bayek, knocking him down. KO! Shouted the World Tournament announcer. And the winner is Fei Long, the martial arts superstar! The crowd cheers for Fei Long as he waves to the crowd. And thus, the quarterfinals have concluded, shouted the World Tournament announcer. Stay tuned as the semifinals of the 50th World Martial Arts Tournament gets underway. So I ask that you prepare yourselves while we take a brief intermission so the fighters can prepare. Meanwhile, a young, slightly blonde boy wearing an orange gi with the Japanese kanji for wolf and accompanied by a white furried canine companion looks on as Fei Long walks past him on the way to the locker room. As Fei Long walks down the hall on the way to the locker room, the canine whimpers for a moment as the blonde boy pets the canine's head. I know, pal, said the blonde martial artist. That'll be me one day. I promise. The canine then looks up at the blonde martial artist with a smile and then barks in acknowledgement of the blonde martial artist's words. Moments later in the locker room, the blonde martial artist is stretching to prepare for his next match. Yo! Shouted a voice coming from behind the blonde martial artist. From the corner of a group of lockers, a man wearing a light brown coat and a black bandana waves to the blonde martial artist. It looks like we'll be duking it out in the final round of the semifinals. The name's Snow Villiers. Nice to meet you, the blonde martial artist replied. My name's Allren. Bit of a tongue twister. Might want to think about shortening it, Snow replied. I'll workshop it, said Allren. Well, looks like we're the last few fighters standing in the tournament, Fei Long stated as he suddenly started walking up to Allren and Snow. I wouldn't count out one more, 'cause here he comes now, Snow replied. From on the far end of the hall leading to the locker room, a huge muscular man with scars all over his body, wraps around his arms and knuckles, and tattoos on his body appears to enter the locker room with an ominous aura surrounding him. Snow looks at the man with a serious expression, while Fei Long looks at him with a smile on his face. Meanwhile, Allren looks at the huge man with slight shock and fear in his eyes, more than he was willing to show Oh, how much he was feeling on the inside. Within Allren's mind, he shows a hilarious expression of extreme fear. "What is this guy? A monster? He could snap me in two!" Allren said to himself within his mind. As the muscular man approaches the group, he glares at Allren, as if he's annoyed by his presence. "Why the hell is he looking at me?" thought Allren, as he shakes a bit in fear. Meanwhile, Allren's canine companion approaches, begins sneering and growling at the muscular man. The muscular man leers at Allren and his canine companion, looking down at both of them with eyes of seemingly dark intent. "You have potential," said the muscular man. Allren's expression turned from fear to curiosity, feeling more at ease with the situation after hearing the muscular man's words. "The kid's strong," said Fei Long. "However, he's still got a long way to go before winning this tournament. Sorry, kid, but even though you've made it this far, you're still a rookie, nowhere near my level." "I don't know," Snow replied. "You shouldn't underestimate someone before you fight them." "Well, to be brutally honest, the only one here I think possesses any challenge to me is this big guy right here," said Fei Long as he puts a hand on the muscular man's shoulder. "After all, you are last year's champion, aren't you, big guy?" The muscular man looks down at Fei Long, disappointed in his cocky attitude. The muscular man takes his leave, right past the lockers to prepare for the next match. Fei Long chuckles in slight cockiness. "Aren't you fighting him in the next match?" Wait, wait a minute. Fei Long's fighting. Wait a minute. Fei Long's fighting that guy in the first round of the semifinals? And he's the current champion? Asked Allren in great surprise. "Yep," Fei Long replied. Fei Long turns to face Allren in Snow. "His name is Fa Kum Ram, a Muay Thai champion, or more like Muay Thai monster." A slight flashback shows the silhouette of Fa Kum Ram in his Muay Thai fighting stance, with the silhouettes of random opponents falling backwards after being defeated by him. It's said that Fa Kum Ram has never lost a match in his life. Until today, that is. And you really think you can beat him?" asked Allren. "To be honest, it'll be a struggle," Fei Long replied. "But I'm confident that I can beat him." Fei Long continued with a thumbs up to Snow and Ren. Fei Long then takes his leave. "See you guys out there." Allren shows a worried expression on his face, something that Snow notices. Don't let him and his words get to you," Snow says. "Don't forget, the big guy said you have potential. Don't let that slip your mind." Snow then decides to take his leave to the sidelines of the arena. "Anyway, see you out there," said Snow as he walks out of the locker room. Allren's worried expression continues. Just then, Allren's canine companion whimpers in worry for him and rubs his head on Allren's side. Allren then pets his canine companion on the head. "These guys are the real deal, Fang," Allren states. "Fighters that even I'm not sure I can measure up to." Fang then barks as a way of telling Allren to cheer up. Allren looks down at Fang, knowing that his bark is an attempt of a pep talk. Allren then smiles in hope at Fang. "You're right, pal. We're not down yet," Allren says. "Now let's go see the match." Back at the arena, everyone gets ready for the first match of the semifinals. "Ladies and gentlemen," shouts the World Tournament announcer, "welcome back to the beginning of the world-renowned martial arts tournament semifinals. We've got a match of the century to look forward to today, everyone, so let's meet our contestants." Fei Long then walks to the center of the arena. "First up is the Kung Fu movie star himself, the Kung Fu superstar, the famous Hiten Ryu style, Fei Long!" shouts the World Tournament announcer. Fei Long waves to the crowd as he smiles in assurance of his potential victory. Fa Kum Ram then appears and begins to walk into the tournament ring. "Next up is the mighty Muay Thai monster himself, and the champion of the 49th world-renowned martial arts tournament, Fa Kum Ra!" shouts the World Tournament announcer as Fa Kumrong walks up to the center of the tournament ring across from Fei Long. Meanwhile, from outside the tournament building, a young boy looks up at the screen, showing the fight going on inside the arena building. A smile curls up at the right side of the young man's mouth. "I finally made it," said the young boy. Back at the tournament, Fei Long and Fa Kum Ram stand across from each other. Fa Kum Ram shows a serious expression on his face, while Fei Long shows off a cocky smile of confidence. "Fighters ready!" shouts the World Tournament announcer. The World Tournament announcer raises his right hand, ready to signify the match is beginning. Fa Kum Ram and Fei Long take their fighting stances while having a stare down with each other. Meanwhile, a shadowy speck can be seen from way above the arena building. "Fire!" The World Tournament announcer stops his right hand from being thrown down to signify the match is beginning, but gets distracted by the shadowy speck above of the tournament building falling down toward the arena. Fa Kum Ram and Fei Long look around as they begin to hear high-pitched screaming. They then look up to see the shadowy speck speedily falling down toward the ring from the sky. All-Ren and Fang are then seen looking up in shock at the falling shadowy speck. The audience is also shocked at the sight of an unforeseen interruption. Suddenly, the screaming stops as the shadowy speck immediately falls into the arena, causing a big crash that would crack the center of the arena and spread the smoke of the debris all around it. As the smoke spread around the arena, Fa Kum Ram, Fei Long, and the World Tournament announcer cover their faces to protect themselves from the smoke. All-Ren continues to look on in shock at what is currently happening within the arena, followed by the audience that continues to do the same. As the smoke clears, Fa Kum Ram, Fei Long, and the World Tournament announcer lower their arms from protecting their face from the smoke, and look on at what has fallen into the tournament arena. The smoke clears to reveal a person wearing a black t-shirt, black sports pants, white socks, and black sneakers, and has a jean blue and gray hoodie wrapped around his waist. The person then falls forward or down on his back, slightly unconscious is in pain from the fall, shown with the pupils in his eyes temporarily missing, also revealing that the person is the short-haired young boy from outside the arena. Suddenly, the young boy snaps back to consciousness with an expression of exhaustion on his face, signified by the pupils in his eyes returning. The young boy quickly sits up and looks around in a slight daze. "Did I make it?" says the young boy in alert. Fa Kum Ram looks down at the boy in slight surprise, with Fei Long showing the same expression while looking down at the young boy. Meanwhile, the World Tournament announcer shows a wide open in mouth hilarious expression, shocked at the young boy's grand entrance. Looking from the sidelines, All-Ren looks on in shock as well, stunned at the fact that the young boy fell and received no injury. "He fell from the sky like a falling plane. Crash landed it at the speed of a bullet. And he seriously doesn't have a single scratch?" All-Ren asked himself in a frightened tone. The World Tournament announcer runs up to the young boy. "Young man, are you all right?" asks the World Tournament announcer. The young man looks up at the World Tournament announcer. "Oh, yeah, I'm fine," the young boy casually says. The young man then gets up and slaps the dust off his pants. "Hold on a minute. You shouldn't be standing. Please wait for paramedics," said the World Tournament announcer in a worried tone while the young boy dusted the last of the arena dust off his pants. "I'm telling you I'm fine. See? No injuries," said the young boy as he raises both of his hands to show he has no wounds. The World Tournament announcer shows an extremely shocked expression at this revelation, signified by the announcer's wide, hilarious, open mouth and popped out, bulging eyes showing over his sunglasses. Fei Long looks at the young boy, stunned at what he's just heard. "Not a single scratch," a surprised Fei Long states. The World Tournament announcer looks up erratically, curious at the thought of where the young boy even fell from. But, how did you even survive? How did you fall into the arena?" the nervous World Tournament announcer asked. "Oh, that's easy," said the young boy with a smile. I just jumped. Allren, Fei Long, Fakum Ram, the World Tournament announcer, the tournament attendants and employees in the hallway looking at the TV screens, and the audience inside and outside the arena building are shocked at hearing this. What? Shouted everyone in the area in unison. Suddenly the sound of laughing can be heard, catching the attention of Fakum Ram, the World Tournament announcer, and the young boy. Everyone looks on as the one laughing is revealed to be Fei Long. So, kid, you got a name? Oh, of course, the young boy replied. The young boy then points a thumbs up at himself and winks his right eye. The name's Jai, but you can call me the Dragon King, says the young boy with conviction. The people within and outside the arena simply continue to look upon what's happening in silence. The Dragon King, audience member 1 says. I've never heard that name before, said audience member 2. Should we know who that is? Asked audience member 3. Fei Long laughs again at what he's just heard. Okay, Dragon King, why exactly did you jump into the arena? No doubt all the way from outside the entire building, asked Fei Long. Oh yeah, Jai uttered. Jai raises his fist and smiles. I came to enter the tournament, so I can become the strongest in the world. Everyone continues to look upon Jai in silent shock. Fei Long then laughs again, more hysterically than last time. Jai looks at Fei Long in confusion, while Allren looked at the situation in slight disappointment for Jai. Oh, kid, oh, kid, I hate to break it to you, but you've got super bad timing, said Fei Long. What? Asked Jai. Well, you see, registration ended 2 days ago, said the slightly disappointed World Tournament announcer. Jai shows a shocked expression. What? Shouted Jai. No way! I was really that late? But I want to fight Ice Strong Fighter so badly. There has to be a way I can enter. Can't I just fight one of these guys? And if I win, I can take their spot. I'm sorry, but the rule was clearly stay. Hey, hang on a second, ref. Fei Long interjects, interrupting the World Tournament announcer. The World Tournament announcer looks toward Fei Long with curiosity. Why not give our little warrior here a chance? Asked Fei Long. Huh? Uttered the World Tournament announcer as Fei Long walks up to him. But it's against the rules. Fei Long walks up to the World Tournament announcer and swipes his microphone from his hand. Hey, said the World Tournament announcer in retaliation. How about this? Fei Long said into the microphone. If he can land a definitive punch on Fakum Ram, then I'll gladly give my spot to him. The audience begins to get adjusted to the idea of an extra match to entertain them. What do you say, people? Should we give it a go? Asked Fei Long into the microphone. The audience cheers for the potential trial for Jai. Let him fight! Let him fight! Let him fight! Shouts the audience in unison. The World Tournament announcer looks around in slight panic, not sure what to do about the situation. He then leaves the ring for a moment and checks in with a few tournament officials. Meanwhile, Allren looks on at the World Tournament announcer discussing something with the tournament officials, watching them with an expression of stunned curiosity. Are they seriously discussing this? Allren thought. Not that I'm against it, but... Allren looks in Jai, Fakum Ram, and Fei Long's direction. That guy's gotta be crazy to want to fight someone like that, especially when the guy's the previous champion of the tournament. The World Tournament announcer returns to the center of the ring and is given his microphone back by Fei Long. Well then, with this unexpected turn of events for the tournament, I have talked it over with the tournament officials, the World Tournament announcer states into the microphone. In the end, it has been decided that this trial match shall commence. If 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 Jai, or Dragon King if he prefers, is capable of landing a single punch on Fakum Ram, then he shall take Fei Long's place in the tournament. Fighters, are these terms acceptable? I agree wholeheartedly, Fei Long replies. Fakum Ram nods in acknowledgement. What do you say, Dragon King? Asks the World Tournament announcer. Yep, I'm all for it, Jai states with an ambitious smile. Well then, fighters to your corners, and let the trial match begin! Shouts the World Tournament announcer. Fei Long walks away and stands next to Allren on the sidelines. Wow, you must really see something in him, said Allren. No, not really, Fei Long replied. Huh? Allren asked. You see, the tournament is where artists have their chance to make a name for themselves, and I've learned something about how it works, says Fei Long. A mental picture shows the tournament bracket consisting of countless participant lines. When I was a young fighter, I entered this tournament numerous times and learned how the system truly works. X's start to cover all of the countless preliminary bracket lines. The preliminaries are fun, but winning or losing them is of no consequence. They're simply a means of a start, but are hardly noticed by the audience, especially when there are none in attendance. The mental image then changes to a quarterfinals tournament bracket of 8. However, the quarterfinals are where the real stardom begins. The, me- the mental image then shows 8 silhouettes of unknown fighters, the final 8 participants. Win or lose, the audience always recognizes them as people on their way to stardom as a fighter, like you. Ooh, but they're most likely to lose more than win. The mental image of the semifinal tournament bracket of 4 is then shown. As for the semifinals, that's where stardom is guaranteed. Win or lose, you're a superstar at that point. The mental image of the finals bracket of two is shown. However, the finals are where it gets the most brutal, because if you win, you will be etched in the pages of history as a grand fighter. But should you lose, everything crashes back down. Back in the present, Fei Long looks at the tournament ring while still talking to Allren. There are no shortcuts in that endeavor. And so this match is to teach this Dragon King a lesson, Fei Long explains as Allren looks back in Jai's direction. Jai is shown looking in Ram's direction with a smile on his face. If a cocky kid like that thinks he can make something of himself by getting any favors, Fei Long's expression turns into one of disappointment in Jai's direction. Then he's in for a rude awakening, Fei Long says. The tension builds as Fa Kum and Jai stand across from each other. The World Tournament announcer raises his right hand. Fighters ready! Shouts the World Tournament announcer. Fa Kum takes his fighting stance, followed by Jai. Fight! The World Tournament announcer shouts. Fa Kum immediately charges at Jai, only for Jai to instantly move to the left, dodging his first punch. Within the milliseconds of dodging, Jai begins to smile, seemingly excited for the battle. Fa Kum continues with a flurry of punches and kicks, while Jai continues to dodge every attack. As the battle of cat and mouse continues, Fei Long shows a sincere smile on his face. The audience then begins to laugh at Jai, who is doing nothing but dodging every attack. Is this shit for real? Says audience member 1. You can't be serious, says audience member 2. If all you're gonna do is dodge, then just give up already, says audience member 3. As everyone continues to laugh at and criticize Jai for doing nothing but dodging, Allren looks on and shows an expression of shock. Allren looks around at everyone and laughing in the arena building in shocking curiosity. Allren then looks to his left to notice Fei Long's cocky smile, knowing that Fei Long hasn't noticed something. Allren looks back at the fight. What's going on? Allren asked himself in his mind. Are they seriously not noticing? From Allren's perception, Fa Kum and Jai's fight is slowed, showing Fa Kum's Muay Thai style punches and kicks being thrown at Jai, only for Jai to dodge them with quick precision, especially due to the fact that it's with superhuman speed. Each attack Fa Kum throws at him is so precise and aimed, Allren thinks to himself. Jai continues to dodge Fa Kum's punches and kicks with superhuman precision. And it's not just that, but the way that guy dodges. Each time he evades an attack, it's with quick and perfect timing. Allren thinks to himself while witnessing Jai dodge Fa Kum's right side swipe kick by bending into his side in an inhuman manner. Allren continues to look on with a shocked expression. Can they really not see what I'm noticing? Allren thinks to himself. This guy! Jai is smiling as he jumps backwards to dodge Fakumram's punch. He's stronger than he looks! Dun 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 dun. Down, 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 down. The battle continues on as Jai continues to dodge each attack Fakumram throws at him. Is running all you know how to do? Asked Fakumram as he continues to attack Jai.
If so, then you have no chance of even landing a hit on me. Did you not want to enter the tournament? You cannot succeed if you do not attempt to strike me!
Fakumram throws a punch, only for Jai to dodge to the right and land across from Fakumram. Jai stands up and assumes his fighting stance once again. Fakumram stands up, looking down at Jai with a serious expression. Jai then smiles. I can't exactly gauge your power if you're holding back, Jai explains. That's why I keep dodging. I mean, I'm all for building up a fight, but at this rate, I gotta say, it's not really gonna be fun if you don't go all out. Fakumram shows a confused expression, but it then shifts to slight irritation. Are you implying that unless I go all out, that you are far stronger than me? Asked Fakumram. Well, yeah, pretty much, Jai replied. Fei Long, the audience, Alren, and the World Tournament announcer are in shock of Jai's words. The audience begins to laugh at Jai for his words. Are you kidding? Fakumram's a monster, says audience member 1. You've got no chance yet, Brad, said female audience member 1. Fei Long chuckles slightly while Alren looks in the direction of the fight. You gotta admire the kid's arrogance, says Fei Long. I don't know. Jai continues to look up at Fakumram while in his fighting stance. It seemed more like enthusiasm to me, Alren said to himself. Well then, since you think so highly of yourself, I shall not continue to hold myself back, claimed Fakumram. Suddenly, the veins in Fakumram's muscles began to glow crimson red and radiate throughout his body. Meanwhile, crimson red lightning begins to spark from his body. Alren gasps in shock at the sight of Fakumram's power. What the hell is going on? What's with all that red lightning? Asked Alren. It's Fakumram's signature technique, Fei Long replied, catching Alren's attention. A mental image flashback shows a slim Fakumram silhouette in front of a wasteland. It's said that while he was training in the wasteland, Fakumram was struck by a lightning bolt. Fei Long explained. The mental image then shows a lightning bolt being struck down into the wasteland, behind Fakumram's silhouette. However, instead of dying like a normal person, the lightning amplified and accelerated his body's inner workings and blood flow, allowing him to exceed normal human levels, Fei Long explained. The mental image then shows Fakumram's silhouette's veins glow crimson red and instantly grow his muscles and height to what he looks like in present day. This is why he's known as the Muay Thai monster, Fei Long explained. Fei Long looks on with a serious expression at what he's witnessing within the tournament ring, wanting to utilize this power to its fullest. Fakumram developed a signature move, a technique that utilizes the full power of his enhanced body. The energy within the glowing red veins within Fakumram radiate into his right leg, making the muscles slightly increase in growth to their fullest extent as the veins in it glow crimson red. Fakumram is shown taking his Muay Thai fighting stance, and with his knees veins glowing crimson red. It's known as the Crimson Lightning Knee, Fei Long stated. Fakumram then begins to hurl his Crimson Lightning Knee at Jai. You wanted my full power? Asked Fakumram. Well, you're getting everything I've got! Alren looks on at the fight in sheer horror. He's not kicking at full speed. He should be able to dodge it, Alren thought. Get the hell out of there! As Fakumram's knee gets closer to him, Jai shows a smile at the moment the attack gets its closest. As the Crimson Lightning Knee connects, an explosion of crimson red lightning is unleashed. The shock wave causes the audience to duck and cover, followed by the World Tournament announcer, tournament officials, Alren, Fang, and Fei Long to get behind something to protect themselves from the shockwave. Meanwhile, everyone outside the arena building is taking cover as the shockwave causes the ground to shake around them. As the smoke begins to clear, everyone in the arena building, including Allren, Fei Long, and the World Tournament announcer, begins to come out of hiding. Everyone looks toward the center of the ring as the smoke begins to diminish. As the World Tournament announcer looks on, he begins to show an expression of hilarious shock, followed by Fei Long, who shows an expression of pure surprise. As the smoke clears, Fa Kum Ram shows an expression of utter shock, as Jai has succeeded in blocking the attack with both of his hands stacked over each other, holding Fa Kum Ram's knee on the flat of his right hand's palm. Jai then looks up and smiles with satisfaction, slightly chuckling. The audience looks on in shock, followed by the people in the arena building, in hallways, and outside the arena building looking at the match through their TVs. Meanwhile, Allren, who is the most shocked and slightly scared out of everyone in the arena building, looks on in extreme disbelief at what he's witnessing. "What? Just what the hell is this, Jai?" shouts Allren. Jai then pushes Fakumram's knee back and jumps backwards for a short distance. "Not a bad attack. I actually felt something. But it looks like I'm gonna have to end it here," Jai claims. To be continued.